The option of sailing them from the back of the boat, so we're going to show you around, but this is the boat.
A sailboat in the moonlight and June. Wouldn't that be heaven? Oh, heaven just for two. A soft breeze on a June night and June. What a perfect setting for letting dreams come true.
Come to look at a really interesting cruising boat, and it's a Naughty Cat 38 in Charleston, South Carolina. Now they sail really well apparently, and they motor really well as well, so they're kind of an everything boat. They would, by sailing in one of these, I'd be able to be close to the mast, which is going to alleviate some of that motion sickness, but also we have the option of sailing them from the back of the boat. So we're going to show you around, but this is the boat.
Grandchildren having a lot of fun jumping off the sides. It'd be funny.
What's that?
Grandchildren jumping off the sides because it's so high. It'd
Yeah.
be fun to jump off.
Yeah. You see that this is a fair lead that goes along the deck. It goes right to here. And that fair lead goes to the back, where it makes a turn and it goes up onto the cabin top so that you can run the jib sheets from behind.
You mean from...
Because you don't run the sheets inside, you'd set your sails from up the back deck.
And then come back in?
And then come back in and steer if you're in heavy weather.
This is Chris taking the sun shelter off the windscreen just so we can have a bit more light in to see what we're looking at. Well, he certainly has a lot of spares.
Yeah. This is an autopilot here. Nico autopilot. It's a British deal.
Yeah.
You can adjust the sensitivity, the illumination on the backlighting on it,
Yeah.
trim, rudder, the amount of swing the rudder does when it adjusts. Just a beautiful thing. All Bakelite, eh? So all of these back windows open, which we could do actually and get some ventilation in here. I want to see how well ventilated it is. You know, if we just open up the top and open up the side doors and just see what it feels like on board. We'll try and show the V-berth. It's all packed with gear. There is a life raft here. This looks like a staysail.
If
And
you
then
move,
there's-
oh sorry.
What are these cushions? These cushions are all for the cockpit up above. Yeah?
Yeah.
The fronts and backs of the chairs.
Yeah.
Seats and backs. Right?
If you move out, I'll lift those up and just see what's around them. Okay. Like
And this is another mainsail right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to show the thickness of the doors. Look at that. And they are all like latched to prop them open a little bit. Really nice heads on board. Woodwork's all good, and they're all set up for showers.
Looks like a bit of leaking up in here too. He's had this board out. I suppose you take all these panels out and, whoops. Here, hon, I want to flop that cushion back and just have a look.
Just set that forward, dear.
Well, I was going to settle that forward. I don't want to set it
okay.
on top of it.
Let's see what you want to see. Okay. Okay, what are you looking at?
It's a staysail.
That might not be a staysail actually. You know what that might be is, does it say on there what it is? Because they have like a spinnaker that goes on the staysail. I forget what it's called again.
Yeah.
That goes on the mizzen rather.
Oh, yeah.
It's a mizzen staysail. That's what it's called.
Mizzen staysail?
Yeah, but they're very light, eh? They're like a...
I just wanted to have a look underneath. Just a second. Huh? Now that's a fishing rod.
That's a serious fishing rod there.
What was that? Insects.
All kinds of spares and bits.
Bits and bobs and junk and...
Yeah. Good stuff, bad stuff. You'd have to go through all that. Take a day and sort one closet at a time, eh?
Well, maybe he wants that stuff.
Yeah.
This is the mainsail, I think.
That's a spare mainsail. He's got one on there already.
Do you want to see what shape this one's in?
Yeah. Have a peekaboo.
I love when somebody lets you go on their boat without them. Like, that's how I would do it too, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then you can discuss things without the owners there and get a really good look and not offend anyone. Like,
Are you sure it's a mainsail? Oh, it's got the logo on it. That looks pretty crispy, huh? Doesn't it?
it feels pretty crispy.
Yeah.
Where do you store all this stuff, Bag?
I think you do what we did, and that is you purge your boat. You don't need to be, if you're cruising, you don't need to be carrying all your 5 extra sails with you, you know.
Again, just storage.
And packed full of stuff.
Pails and stuff. Okay.
There's a thing, so that's a solar controller, you know that?
What's that?
That's a solar controller.
What is?
That was down there. I don't know if they've got that MPPT right there. Yeah.
Oh, it just looks like he must
This-
have
this
bought
is
it with a whole bunch of
solar
spare
controller.
parts. Okay.
Yeah.
It's taped shut, hun. Lines and...
I do notice how much tighter this boat is than the Pan-Oceanic 38, you know that?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
that offered a very spacious kind of a setup, but probably while you're under sail you'll appreciate this being tight.
Yeah, but where you're sailing from in that in that area is not tight. That's, to me, is...
That's quite roomy, yeah.
Well, that's a disconcerting if it was rough, right?
Oh, here's where those cushions came from, Deb. All the seat bases are missing.
Oh, in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think I should probably just leave it exactly how we had it.
It's in good shape. All the panels, the ceiling panels seem to be pretty clean. They're all removable.
Shoot,
It's got music throughout too. He's got a sound system that goes all the way through it. It's got lots of little cubby holes. You want to open that up?
Let's just...
That just folds back,
Here,
eh?
if you... Yeah, that's good, eh? But I don't know why they have this little spot. I guess that's just so it folds back.
You could do something different with this and hinge it as well, like we did ours. You know?
This is fine. What? It's
Yeah?
no different. Yeah, it's no
Okay.
difference. But it's... Is this just the old unit that he's using still?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It is a fairly big fridge, but it's so deep, right?
Yeah. You do have room on board where you could put...
Do you want to do this Welco and just have a picture of it so we can research that too?
Waco.
Is it? Oh.
The foot pump, which is right here, that functions, is leaking like a sieve. When you pump it, the water does come out into the sink. But we believe that this water damage that we're seeing here has been caused by that foot pump. So that's a pretty easy fix.
Chris,
Yeah.
unless there's a slant to that, because that water, take a look and see if that water can get there. Because it almost looks like that's
Oh
a
yeah,
little
that water
higher.
can get there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so now back to the aft cabin.
Okay, we're going in. How do you find going down those stairs here?
It's okay. You get used to it after. Do you want to look in these spots here?
Yep. Lots of storage. Lots of storage in there too, and there's a battery charger there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot of storage, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the aft cabin. It's kind of cool, actually. Nice and big. I think it's probably a king size. And I went I have that
See all this deck.
here.
This deck is solid core. And you see how they've indented it here. You look, there's like where
Yeah.
the teak is
Yeah.
sunk in, you see?
Yeah.
And there's a step there. The teak sits inside of it, so the teak's quite thick. If you look here, you cannot see the thickness of it, but it's inside.
Yeah.
Maybe not here, actually.
It doesn't look that thick. It looks like a quarter of an inch.
Yeah. He's got a little anchor locker here
See?
with a bunch of chain. There's a deck wash on it.
There is where.
Yeah,
Where's the deck wash?
it's right there.
Let's see. Oh, and you put your hose onto that.
Yeah,
And what, you just put something there and then
Yeah.
hang your hose?
yeah, you can spray it off. Short little
Now,
section
do
of
you
hose.
see that this is interesting because he only has one anchor up front?
Yeah.
It's a Lumar. It's not a true Bruce, right?
That's fine. I'd be happy with that anchor. Have a second one down below. It's really well done though. See, he's got the screws up here on this.
What's that?
He's taken the screws up on that, you see. I think he's been working on that. A few little projects like that he's been doing. Apparently somebody crashed into his bow at one point and he had all of that rebuilt. This is a self-tacking system here.
Do you think this is standard?
I think so, yeah.
Why didn't they run it in here?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's kind of like silly. That wouldn't be so bad, I guess, if, like, wouldn't you just be able to pull it to the side, have a little hook or something that you could drop it in?
Yeah.
There's not one on the other side?
No, that's the propane.
Of course, that's a really big tank.
Yeah.
And here, look.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of strain there, yeah.
Yeah, that's pulling up.
What are you thinking, dear?
You know what? I'm really torn 50-50, so that's kind of...
Yeah.
But I think if we're torn, then we should say no.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'd rather regret not buying it than regret having bought it.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sitting in here thinking just how comfortable it's going to be, you know, to be at sea in it. I see things that are done on this boat that are done super well. I see a lot of work, but sure would be an interesting project to watch. What do you think?
I don't know what to think. I think it's a pretty interesting boat, but when I balance it with some of the things I don't like, you know, it has to always come out at a certain ratio, and I think that, I don't know.
Open up the top and open up the side doors and just see what it feels like on board, you know?
No, you put those, yeah.
Yeah, put those like that.
Oh yeah, I can feel, that changed things, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah. Well, I see these clip in like this, Deb. Look.
Like how, Chris?
These clip in like
this?
yours are. Yes, exactly. Yeah, like that.
Debbie thinks of everything.
Debbie does think of everything.
Talk to me.